Today we are doing things a little different, coming to you from the UJ Netball courts. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good day to you and thank you for choosing us today. Please be sure to engage with us on our social media platforms. It's at UJTV 23 and at UJ Sport. Now, I have two guests with me and we are going to unpack the sport of netball focused on the University of Johannesburg. To my near left, I've got Speedy, and to my far left, I've got Yanke. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you.
Starting with you, Speedy, please introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Kinela Siopa, also known as Speedy. I play center, wing defense, and recently started playing wing attack. And I'm studying operational management, and I'm doing my second year.
Yanke?
Hi, I'm Janke Broederijk. I'm currently a third-year student, playing goalkeeper, goal defense, wing defense, and currently center. And yeah.
To give us some personality and give you guys a bit of a background, let's pick their personalities a bit more. Just tell us, Yanke, how did your netball journey start?
So I started in high school. Actually, I started in grade 3. Then I went to high school, but I always played like C team in preschool. And then I struck like in grade 7, then I played for the first team. And then through high school, I played A team. Then I would have went to Australia for netball, but COVID. Yeah. Then I came to UJ, and there was always like, in my first year, was I going back to Australia, was I staying here? But I really like felt happy here. This felt like home. And yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. This is like my second home year.
Love it. Speedy?
Hey, I started playing netball in grade 1. I've always been in the A team. I've always been in the A team, and high school, I started playing first team from grade 8 till grade 12. And when I came here, everything just felt like home. Like they welcomed me with open arms, and it was just a happy place to be at.
I love it. Look, my sporting career didn't start so early, but I once played as well. Now, Yanke, I mean, there's so many institutions to choose from, across the country.
Yeah.
How do you choose on what merit to choose in a particular institution? Like now that you're at UJ, what do you look at?
So I think UJ is not only like a sporting institution. I think academically we're very strong as well.
Yeah.
And I think being here with a diverse culture, it's preparing you for the workforce. Because one thing about UJ, it sets you up for reality. There's no games, it's no jokes. It's not like other universities where it's more fun than it's work. This is work. It's preparing you for your future. Straight out of UJ, you're stepping into a workforce that you've been prepared for since your first year.
So I think there's a great balance between academics and sport, as you put it. And I mean, it's very much evident. I think a lot of us can see that. I mean, from the picture we see from the outside. Just tell us, Speedy. I think a lot of people think when you get to UJ, you've made it. As a netballer or as a sports athlete. Just give us an idea of the difference between being a club member and a high performance athlete, and what is expected of you.
I think the difference between being a club member and a high performance team has to be the tournaments. We play different tournaments, and you don't just come to UJ and automatically make it to the high performance team.
Yeah.
It starts from trials, and when you're good enough, or when they see so much potential within you, is when you level up to HP.
Yeah.
Some people started from club member and now they're doing amazing in HP group.
And you see them on the bigger stages as well. I think you've had it for yourself. Just because you're here doesn't mean you've made it yet. You still have to put in a bit of work just to get to the upper level. There needs to be a balance between academics and sport at UJ. Well, that is what they focus on as well, to give you both of the best of the worlds. Just give us an idea, Kinele, a day in the life of a student athlete at UJ.
A day in the life of a student athlete. Firstly, it starts with school in the morning, and then we have gym within your school sessions. From gym you go back to school. After school you go to training. So I think you just need to know what's your goal and why you're here. And once you know why you're here and what you want to achieve after you complete your degree, it will be easier. If you are here for netball, it's going to be very difficult because school play a huge role. You can't play VC if you didn't pass well.
For sure.
So you need to make sure that you balance your academics and your netball properly. Same level.
If you're not determined, you might suffer. Yanke, you surely are doing a different course. would your schedule be different, or it's the same in terms of having classes and gym and your personal life in between?
Yeah, it's the same. And also after training, you go back to school. So it's just school, netball, school, netball, school, netball, and then little bit of friends, and then school netball. But it's good. I think it's a good balance.
Yeah.
Because here you're actually here to work on yourself and on your future.
Yes.
You still have your friends, but you need to focus on what's at hand and what's important. Yeah.
So you have like 2% of your
friends.
of your friends. And I think, I mean, like in the midst of all this, balance between academics and sport, you still have, league, you still have TNL, USA, varsity netball, and other things. So I wanted to ask, do you guys even have a social life?
Sundays, yes.
Yeah.
That's if you're not traveling for a tournament, right?
Yeah.
Now, into netball. Let us reflect a bit into 2023. And I think for me, one of my best moments in sport would have been 2019 when I won the Varsity Sevens and Uganda Sevens titles as their team manager. For you, what is one of your best moments in sports, starting with you, Speedy?
In sports or in UJ related?
Let's go sport and then you can come to UJ.
Okay, in sports, one of my best moments has to be in 2021. When I was selected for top 35 at Telkom Netball Challenge. I think that said to me, like, you are capable of achieving what you put your mind in.
Of course.
So I think that has to be my highlight.
Is there one for UJ?
One for UJ has to be last year when we won silver. I think we made history and our names will be in the UJ books for
Forever.
sure. Yeah, so I think that has to be the highlight of UJ Netball.
And that is beautiful. Even myself being there as a spectator, a technical member, it was definitely beautiful to witness. Special moments for you?
2018, all ages. I also got top 35. And I think my best UJ moment was playing the finals for the first time as UJ.
Yeah.
And I think just the vibe that we had as a team, and like walking out the semis that we won, the first semis that we won or even went to, walking into the final, like I can't describe that feeling, but we as a team were like this, and the coaches were like, I don't know how to explain it, but it was the best feeling ever. And I remember walking into the semis, it was the change of venues, and obviously you're gonna stress because now you're gonna be late, then you have to warm up late, all that. And I just remember our team coming into a circle, Coach Nandi praying for us, and then it like everything went off our shoulders and we were just ready for the game.
Definitely. I can echo on that, leading into my next point. I think since Coach Bongem saw me, in my view, got to UJ, the netball club has definitely been on a flight. What is the one thing that she said to the team, and any of you can take it, during the 2023 season that kept the team going each and every week until the finals?
Coach usually says you have to meet God halfway, and always no excuses, just results. And I think Coach really brought into this team the culture of we wanting to play, we wanting to win, we wanting to train and tire ourselves out and like struggle at training because we want to win. I think she brought into UJ's culture wanting to play and like making netball fun, and it's not just about this and this, but it's enjoying netball. We're really enjoying netball when we're playing on tournaments.
Sounds to me like she brought purpose, obviously, as part of other elements, determination, so that there is value, for playing for the institution as well as you for yourself as well. If you're not enjoying, chances are there's things that you might fall off from. So it's very important to balance those aspects. On that note of varsity netball, we beat Matis last year. I feel like it was a very important and a big game, for everyone. Just give us an idea, Kinele beating a long-time top 4 team at their home venue. How important was that win for UJ as a team?
Firstly, I think the feeling is surreal. It's like you can't believe it's happening, and because as a team we've been working hard, and when it finally happens, you feel like our hard sweat, blood and tears is finally paying off. So I think it's an amazing feeling.
I can imagine.
You can't explain it.
I can imagine. And I think the biggest thing perhaps was that a lot of people didn't expect UJ to beat Matis because for the longest time UJ has been an upcoming team. And I think in the previous 2 seasons they finally raised up their hand and are cementing their position in the top 5 teams in varsity netball. Now Yanke, just give us an idea, and I think you touched on this, going back to the semi-final where we had to play NWU. The venue was changed just about 2 hours before center pass. What does that to you as an athlete psychologically? Because already you going in, you arrive at the venue, you are prepared, and you are being told suddenly you have to push the game backwards by 5 hours. Psychologically, what does that to you as an athlete?
I think it brings a lot of stress into the team, but I think the way we as players and management and coach handled the situation, I think made it so much more comfortable. Like, our minds were set on just going into that game and killing it, and that was like, coaches, it still stays netball. We're still just going to pass the ball. It's now just going to be at a later time. So I think we were all just saying like, sharp, let's go. I think that was our reaction.
Gotta believe. And I remember at that moment she said, because I was also in a meeting when that call was made in Parkview, and I had to leave the meeting right there and there to come because we had to travel to a different, location. And Coach Bongi said in one of the things, she said, it's fine. They can, play us anywhere at any time, and we will pitch. At that moment, Speedy, as a team, did you, as an athlete or as a team, did you guys ever think, okay, they got us now? Did you ever think, not today?
I think firstly, we were hungry for the win. So when the venue changed, we became more hungry.
Oh, yes.
So they could have lost by maybe less points, but because the venues were changed, we wanted it more than we did before.
Yeah.
So I think because of that mindset, everything went well with the semis.
Beautiful. In Zulu, we say, which means you're provoking me. So I guess they actually fueled the team to actually give it more, because that semi-final was also very, very interesting. And I mean, it was one of the big moments, like you have mentioned previously, for UJ to make it into the final. And they went and fought for what they deserved. Into the final now, we played against thugs. Sometimes I'm on the court, I'm on the field, and I realize that I have to actually learn tactical rules because they influence what we also put on social media. How dramatic was that final?
Oh, crazy. Like, I still won't watch it till today. I won't watch it.
Was it that difficult, Speedy?
Yes, it was. It was intense. It was. Especially to watch from the side, to see how everyone is just working hard because we all know what our goal is, and to know that we have nothing to lose, but we also have a goal to achieve. Was just, watching was mind-blowing. And from losing to 10 goals to extra time to losing by 2 goals, it shows that hard work is really the way to go.
Pays off, I can still picture myself, because I know when it went into extra time, I rushed to the technical table to confirm which rules are we implementing now, because obviously, once you post, it's a final game. Once you post, it's gone. You can't be supplying the wrong information to the people. And I had to get my facts right as well. And you could feel the wrath and the spirit from the crowd as well, from the team, from the bench. It was just wow. If you're not in your space in that moment, you're definitely going to be thrown off. But I think, like you've said, we're definitely proud of, that silver medal, and we're coming back this year, to give it more. Now into the 2024 season, surely UJ has a target on their peg. Just tell us, Yanke, how have you guys been preparing? How are you guys approaching the tournament without putting too much pressure on yourselves as a team?
So I think we're really a close-knit group as well, but I think the training we've done this year so far, it's a lot different from last year. I mean, we are running. We are running. But I think coach is really preparing us well and Lipsy conditioning us well for this upcoming Varsity Cup. And I think at USAS we really had a good run. We had strong legs on both sides, UJ 1 and 2, and we were blessed we didn't come out with any injuries. So I think it goes back to what we're doing at training it's making us strong. We are strong. And I think coach is really working so good with our heads and making us believe in ourselves that we are good enough.
Of course.
Yeah. So.
As it should be. I mean, it has to pay off, because when you get to the peak of the tournament, that is where mostly you get injuries, and I believe that is what you're trying to avoid. So that, when the demand comes up, you as UJ are ready. Kinele, are you guys excited, for some of the new faces in the team?
Oh, extremely excited. I think everyone in the team deserves to be in the team, and everyone in the team brings different energy and different playoff style. So very excited.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now to talk a bit more about opportunities that lie ahead for student athletes. We have many players that came through the ranks at the university sport. The likes of Tibi Mahluku, who is a Spar Protea. The likes of Adri Kanemeya from UWC, who is a varsity netball athlete. Plays TNL, went to play overseas, for a season. The likes of your Corey and your Adri Kanemeya from UWC, who played varsity netball, plays TNL, and went to play overseas for a season as well. The likes of Corey and Semi, who also went to play in Australia. The likes of, Kanyisile Chawani, who played for UFS Kofsis, the Free State Cranhams, and now she is the new Spar Proteas captain, under the new leadership. So there is definitely the future that lies ahead and opportunities that are evident from what the competitions are producing for our student athletes. Just tell us a bit about what possibly lies ahead, for you as student athletes after finishing your degree, from a perspective of being a netballer, starting with you, Yanke.
So I think netball has really grown a lot. I think there's so many opportunities for you out there. You've got Suncorp, you've got Telkom Netball League. I know there's something in the midst about South Africa making their own league from next year, I think. I don't know. I've just read it on Instagram.
Allegedly.
There's so much opportunities out there for you, and I think we're really in the best position to be at UJ and having Coach Bongi as our mentor and also our coach. And I think it makes it so much easier to relate with Coach since she's still young and she also just retired last year. So I think there's so many opportunities out there for you. And also with academic-wise studying at UJ, I think it's a really well-renowned, university or institution. So I think it really opens up a lot of doors for you.
Beautiful. Where do you see yourself, obviously in your next netball phase, sporting phase, specifically after studying, starting with you, Speedy?
Where do I see myself? I think I see myself being part of the Spar Proteas team and by God's grace being signed internationally.
Of course.
So that's the goal.
Speaking into the universe. That's it, girl. Yanke, I mean, after studying, are you going corporate, working, or you also want to play further?
No, I don't want corporate. I think this is really, it depends on what God wants for me and His path for me. But I think it's important if you put in the work, if He brings you to it, He will bring you through it. So I think, obviously, we each have our own dreams and goals. But obviously, I think every netball player's dream is to play for the Spar Proteas. But I'm excited to see where this road takes me.
Beautiful. I love the fact that, obviously in the midst of being ambitious, being a dreamer, you're also keeping an open mind because, like you say, we've got our own plans, but there's a bigger goal and anything can happen. So hopefully the scouts and the coaches, are engaging with us, are also following your journeys and the talent at university level generally, so that obviously when the time is right, the Lord can make it happen.
Oh, yes.
Right. And lastly, as we draw closer to the closing, we've seen, obviously many young girls in high school, attending UJTV clinics. And obviously they definitely aspire to be like you one day. We can conclude that individually, there is your camera. Speak to a young netballer in high school, in primary school, from where you come from, that is hoping to be where you are today because they believe that this is perhaps the goal and the place to be.
So I think it's important to remember that netball really takes hard work and you really need to believe in yourself and give yourself space and room for error because you are going to make mistakes. This is a sport, but at the end of the day, you really first need to enjoy it because this is your passion, you love it. But just keep grinding and working and don't be afraid to ask if you're struggling with something. I mean, we've got great mentors here, we've got great supporters, we've got great coaches. We will really help you, but just keep on dreaming, just keep on working hard.
Hi, young girl. What I want to say is it starts with you. You just need to start by believing in yourself. And once you start believing in yourself, everything else shall be added. Put your dreams, your goals to God, and He shall make a way. You just have to believe and have a goal. That's all I can say.
Inspirational. Inspirational. If I was in high school as a netballer, I definitely would be applying now before the applications close.
Link in the description.
Link in the description. And I think you definitely, I couldn't have said it better. We also have, the Office of the Sports Psychology, who obviously help with balancing those academics and sport, as we have mentioned previously. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the spirit of varsity netball. We are hoping to see you on court. Ladies and gentlemen, I am David Soto from myself and the crew. Thank you for staying with us today. Let us now go back to the court and prepare for the next game. We will see you on the next one.